which they're not being raised in that way.
Ma'am, they're human. It doesn't matter how you think they're being raised.
And in my culture, regardless, that happens. Regardless, in my culture, it happens, right?
What culture is that?
I'm Latina. I'm Mexican.
Well, in your culture, you're also supposed to stay in your marriage.
If the man is willing to provide, if he's not a hardworking, if he's not providing, if he's not putting in work, then
you shouldn't have married him.
People change over the years, so you get one person.
This is bullshit.
No.
Man, come on now. Come on, hold on. Man, and here's the funny thing. You can be right, and it sounds real empowering, but your culture doesn't change the fact that this is how kids act. That's why so many women, especially in our community, have come out and asked me, you do more videos on mother-daughter stuff. This is why so many of our women are fucking unmarried, because their mothers aren't married. And they gotta stay close. Your mama married 27?
I just feel that in my mind, I already have it made up. I already had that marriage experience, the family life. I've had it. Like you said, I already hit the top, my peak. So by me thinking in that sense, which is true, either I'm going to take what I want or what I need or what I feel that I can put up with, or I'm not. I already experienced it. And if I can get anything that for me is acceptable, because I'm not going to be sharing with him, he's not going to be sharing with me. He's not going to
be sharing with your kids. I've been a stepfather.
With one, exactly. Man, so
one period. He's sharing you with he's sharing you with a kid and a job. So yes. So let me ask you a question. What you expect to have continual raising value as you age?
No. It's gonna lower.
When?
But expectation is already there. If I have to share with anybody, I'm not doing it. Like you said, I'd rather buy a dog and I'd rather be alone. But I need you
to understand what you're really doing when you say that. It sounds empowering, but it's really fucked up. Let me tell you why. Because your son is going to make sure he's going to live his life to be around you, because you will get old.
Yeah.
That will limit your child. Your daughter will also feel, your children are going to feel that mom needs us near because she's a single woman. And it's going to impact their relationships. I know what I speak of very well. Listen, daughters, man, I speak about mother-daughter stuff all the time. It sounds cool when you're 38, but when you're 58 and your son and your daughter are trying to get out and become adults on their own, they got to factor in mama. Is that fair?
No, it's not, which they're not being raised in that way.
Ma'am, they're human. It doesn't matter how you think they're being raised.
And in my culture, regardless, that happens. Regardless, in my culture, it happens, right?
What culture is that?
I'm Latina. I'm Mexican.
Well, in your culture, you're also supposed to stay in your marriage.
If the man is willing to provide, if he's not a hardworking, if he's not providing, if he's not putting in work, then
you shouldn't have married him.
People change over the years, so you get one person.
This is bullshit.
No.
Man, come on now. Come on, hold on. Man, and here's the funny thing. You can be right, and it sounds real empowering, but your culture doesn't change the fact that this is how kids act. That's why so many women, especially in our community, have come out and asked me, you do more videos on mother-daughter stuff. This is why so many of our women are fucking unmarried, because their mothers aren't married. And they gotta stay close. Your mama married 27?
I'm 28, but yeah, 28. My mom's married.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about. And you say you'd rather die alone. Okay, so you saying that you would rather, if you cannot get what you want,
Not entirely what I want, just not sharing. I'm not doing that.
That,
I don't want
okay,
to just.
that's fine, ma'am. That's fine. But I want to be clear. A man is sharing you because you've already had somebody else's kids, and that's it. He's going to be that if he marries you, he'd be a stepfather. So your children are going to be getting some of his money. It's just going to happen. Yes, ma'am. Christmas gifts, birthday presents, Thanksgiving turkey. Ma'am, I've been there on that side before. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. Y'all act like your kids exist in a vacuum. And what I want people to understand is how selfish you guys are. You're the most selfish group of women that has ever existed on this fucking planet. Me, 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 me. It's all about you. So how do you get a culture that you're in your culture, ma'am? How do you get a culture with so many selfish women?
It's not. Unfortunately, not all of them are like that. There's a lot of marriages that are older. They've been, that they had over 30 years old, where they don't say the truth. They are not happy. The women are
I
not
asked
happy.
you, how do you get a culture with selfish women?
How do you get a culture with selfish women? I don't know how to answer that.
You don't.
I don't know. I'm not.
You don't.
I don't
You
know
get
how to.
chaos. And older women didn't prioritize happiness. That's the problem. Y'all think you're supposed to be happy. Y'all need to grow up. It ain't about being happy. Older women, other generations prioritize family, community. They live the selfless life. Modern women are selfish as French toast. And that's why I have no problem telling y'all to kick rocks and die a cold death alone. I have no problem telling y'all that because y'all look around and look back at the cultures and the communities and the things that women did before you and the sacrifices and everything else everybody made, and they did not do it to have a bunch of selfish, entitled women saying, "My way or the highway."
It's not like that. It's not. If I'm a good woman, which I was for 15 years,
Okay.
everything, I do have value still.
I don't say you don't have value, ma'am. I'm not saying, and that's the thing. I'm not saying you don't have value. What I'm ultimately asking is, I don't understand why you guys can not separate the two thoughts. Mm-hmm. You are being shared, ma'am. You have two kids, an ex-husband, and a job. A man has to take what's left. And he doesn't even, and usually if you have two kids, at least they're mine. All the time you're putting into other things, that's time you're not investing in me and mine. Men are territorial. This is why men listen to this and they're like, no, 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 no. Hey, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
35.